In Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, you have the story where you take down the Justice League, and then you eventually fight Brainiac, and after you have completed the story, you will move into the endgame. So the endgame in Suicide Squad is known as Finite Crisis, and what's going to happen is the Finite Crisis rank is going to show your progress through endgame play, and you will raise your rank by completing incursion missions at higher mastery levels, which is going to unlock powerful gear that you cannot get anywhere else in the game. And with this, you will get new support squad missions, and you will also get invasion levels, so if you earn XP at the highest available difficulty in Metropolis, you unlock invasion levels and their rewards. There are new notorious items. Notorious villains give their rare items a personal touch, provides bonus effects and stuff that you won't find anywhere else. There are also 3 tiers of Bane infamy set pieces, and they will all take advantage of Bane's venom through the Venom Frenzy Affliction. And not only that, you need to survive for as long as you can on an Elseworld, but you need to be careful because Brainiac's forces will grow in power the longer you are there. And then you also have incursion missions, so you can challenge yourself with high risk, high reward missions that are going to take place on an Elseworld. There are also mutators, and these mutators are going to completely change the flow of combat. There is also mastery levels. Each completed mastery level adds to your overall Finite Crisis rank, which in turn unlocks new infamy set rewards. So basically, the whole point of this is you gather promethium, which is like an in-game currency resource, whatever you want to call it, and you get that by completing Metropolis missions, contracts, and killing Cargonauts. Then what you do is you challenge the incursion missions with your most powerful gear. So you earn 1,000 promethium, you then go and do an incursion mission, which will take you to a different dimension. The one that I've done so far took me to a different dimension. I had 15 minutes to get the mission done, and then once I actually got the mission done within that time limit, I had to go to a portal to get back out. And that mission involved me gathering shards and basically sending off like an EMP blast sort of thing. I had to do 3 rounds of it. But once you've done the incursion missions, you will unlock better gear from your progress through the mastery levels and the Finite Crisis rank. And then you can use your gear and character builds to survive ever higher mastery levels. I think it goes up to 20, I'm not entirely sure on that. But I looked through the achievements and there is an achievement for doing mastery level 20. And then with that, you can show your skills to your friends and the world on the Finite Crisis leaderboards. It's a pretty in-depth endgame. And the mutators in my current Elseworld, you have Boom, so on death, enemies explode, damaging nearby enemies and players. You've got Leeching Bullets, so enemies regain health when they damage players or other enemies. You have Overcharged Grenades, all grenades deal 100% more damage and have a 50% bigger explosion radius. You have Ultra Evolution, enemies now have a low chance to evolve instantly to a higher rank, so from Trooper to Bomber or Bomber to Destroyer, as if they were upgraded by a Terminaut. This can be stopped with a counter. And then you have Overwhelming Power. Each 1% of health lost by an enemy increases their damage by 1% and also increases the damage it takes by 0.5%. If you harvest an enemy, you remove their Overwhelming Power and you get a 25% damage buff for 20 seconds. And it can stack up to 10 times. So the mutators aren't always negative, but that is everything you need to know about the endgame. So basically, once you get into it, you're going to see a lot of new missions popping up, and you're going to have challenging odds. Some of them are going to seem statistically impossible, and the incursion missions are going to have an unknown threat level, so you basically just go into them, and you never know what to expect. But by doing the incursion missions, where you're paying the promethium, you're going to get the infamy sets. So for an example, I don't know if it's the same for everyone, I believe it will be, but when you very first start the Finite Crisis ranking, you're going to have 3 incursion missions. There was one for Bane infamy sets for firearms, there's one for neck bomb mods and lucky charms, and then there's one for shields and grenades as well. And they're all very simple, like short missions. It can be a little bit challenging with the enemies and stuff. Like obviously, it depends what mission type you get. So yeah, you complete the story and then a load of new missions and stuff open up. And it's about doing those missions to earn your promethium so that you can do the incursion ones and make progress through the end game. Some missions might give you like 350 promethium, some even 250. Whereas other like harder sort of missions are going to give you up to 1,000 for mission completion. But at the same time, you're getting credits, you're getting resources, you're getting new loot, and you're getting a lot of XP. I've got one here called Shooting Our Shot. It's going to give me 1,000 promethium, but the XP reward is 73,000. And what happens with the XP is when you reach level 30, which is the max level, when you reach level 30 with a character, you are going to unlock a brand new talent tree. and it's for your entire squad. So I've reached level 30 with King Shark, and every time I level up now with King Shark, his squad level increases, and you get a bunch of permanent buffs. So like you can get XP earned, you can get extra shield, extra health, AR ammo. It all goes up in like 0.5%, and the higher your team level, the more rewards you're going to unlock for this talent tree. And you can even put points into things like damage reduction. You can get extra damage for weapon types like heavy weapon, assault rifle. And then you can even do 0.1% damage. But it's not just for King Shark. King Shark might be the one leveling up for me. But every time he earns a level and I put it into one of these like talents, they apply to every single character that you can use in the game. So with the one that I put my first point into, it's called Up Close and Personal. It gives you 0.5% extra XP, and there's a max of 20 points allowed to be put into that one talent. So I would get 10% extra XP once I've maxed that out and put 20 points into it. But that doesn't just apply to King Shark, that goes to every character. So by focusing on this talent tree, using your level 30 character, you're benefiting every other character. And that is everything you need to know about the endgame. That is it entirely explained. And yeah, there's a lot to it. It feels as though there's actually like more missions. They might be repetitive, they might be like repeating missions over and over again, because I've now taken down a cannon boss twice. And I think the shooting our shot mission I told you guys about in this video is another cannon fight. So they do just repeat, but there seems to be a lot more missions available like at one time when you're in the end game compared to the story. So there's a lot of content if you feel like replaying it and stuff. There's all the different ranks and your mastery, your new gear going up to tier 3 infamy sets. So it's all about jumping in, getting promethium, doing the incursion missions, advancing through the mastery, getting better gear and stuff. And that is the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League endgame. And what we're going to do is leave the video there. Let me know your thoughts and stuff about Suicide Squad in the comments. I will see you guys in the next one. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped you out. Thank you for watching.